There is a strange paradox at the heart of human civilization. We live in an age overflowing with information, knowledge, and voices. Yet we remain strikingly blind. Not blind in the physical sense, but in the deeper, spiritual sense that Friedrich Nietzsche so often warned about: a blindness of perception, of courage, of the will to truly see. We scroll, we repeat, we obey, but we rarely dare to look directly into the raw truth of existence. For Nietzsche, this was not just ignorance, it was humanity's greatest tragedy. The comfort of blindness. Why does society cling so fiercely to blindness? Because vision is dangerous. To see the world as it truly is, to stare at its absurdities, its hypocrisies, its fleeting nature requires strength. It requires the courage to carry meaning where there is none, to carve purpose into a universe that offers no guarantees. Most people, Nietzsche observed, would rather embrace comforting illusions than wrestle with the terrifying openness of reality. Religion, morality, tradition, even modern distractions. They act as blindfolds. They soothe us, telling us the world is stable, good, and meaningful. Nietzsche's concern was not that these illusions existed, but that society elevated them into unquestionable truths. And once illusions become sacred, true vision is condemned as madness. The one who sees differently is branded dangerous, arrogant, or insane. The thinker among the blind. Nietzsche often returned to the image of the solitary thinker, walking among a crowd that cannot or will not see. For him, this figure is both tragic and heroic. The tragedy lies in isolation. To think deeply in a blind world is to invite loneliness, suspicion, and even ridicule. The herd resents the one who dares to point out their blindness, for vision threatens comfort. Yet there is also greatness in this loneliness. Nietzsche believed that only through such distance from the herd could the individual begin the task of self-overcoming shattering inherited illusions and forging their own values. The thinker becomes a kind of artist of life, painting existence with new colors, refusing the gray blindness of conformity. But this is no easy path. To break free from the blindness of society is to stand on unstable ground. Stripped of old certainties, it is to risk despair, to face the abyss of meaninglessness. And yet, Nietzsche insists, it is precisely there, on the edge of the abyss, that human beings can create something truly worthy of life. The modern blindfold. If Nietzsche lived today, he might argue that our blindness has only deepened. We have exchanged religious myths for the cult of consumption, tradition for the obsession with speed, silence for noise. We drown in constant updates, images, and opinions, mistaking stimulation for vision. But this is blindness of a subtler kind. We are blinded not by absence of light, but by too much of it, scattering our attention, preventing us from seeing clearly. Our tragedy is not that truth is hidden, it is that we no longer seek it. To think deeply requires stillness, courage, and resistance to the herd's demand for conformity. But in a world addicted to distraction, to truly think is itself an act of rebellion. Nietzsche's challenge. Nietzsche does not leave us with despair, but with a challenge. Dare to see. Dare to question the illusions society places before you. Dare to think in a way that may isolate you, but also free you. His vision of the overman is not a superhuman tyrant, but a symbol of one who lives with eyes open, who accepts the chaos of existence and still creates meaning. The blindness of society may never disappear, The herd will always prefer comfort over truth, but tragedy turns to greatness when even a few individuals choose sight over blindness, strength over conformity. To live in such a way is not easy, but as Nietzsche might say, it is the only way to live fully awake.